Hello everyone, welcome to my kitchen. My name is Michael and today I'm going to share with you my recipe on how to make a breakfast quesadilla. You can see here this looks really tasty, and I've got a little bit of peach mango salsa on the side here and a little bit of orange, and definitely we're going to use some sour cream for our quesadilla. So we're going to cut this up this morning and we're going to have that for our breakfast, and stay with me and I'll show you how it's made. So let's get started making our breakfast quesadilla. So we'll go over the ingredients now before we start cooking. So I've got some tortilla shells here that I've got at the supermarket, but if you've got a recipe where you make yours at home, then definitely use that. I just happen to pick these up, so we'll have those for our recipe today. I've got a little bit of basil that I've got chopped here. I've got salt and pepper that I'll be putting in my eggs, and I've got about 2 cups of grated cheddar cheese. This is all dependent on how much you want in it, but it's about 2 cups that I've grated for that. And then I've got about 6 pieces of sausage here that I'll be cooking, and I've got some eggs here that we will use for those. So these are large brown cage-free organic eggs that we'll be using for our recipe this morning. So I will meet you at the stove and we will get started cooking our sausage and eggs. Let's get started cooking our sausage now. So I've got my cast iron skillet heating up, and I've got just a little bit of neutral oil in the bottom of the pan there, and I'm going to put our sausage in and I'm going to cook that till it's done. All right, my sausage is done now, and I'm going to take that up. And once I take it out of this skillet here, I'm going to crumble it up so that I can put it into my breakfast quesadilla. That looks really delicious. All right, let's get started making the eggs now for our breakfast quesadilla. And I've got my carbon steel skillet here, and I'm going to put in 3 pats of butter. And we're going to let that melt and get mixed around on the bottom of the pan. We want to make sure that the bottom gets evenly coated so that the eggs won't stick to the sides or to the bottom of it as we get ready to bring those in to cook. All right, so now that our skillet is heated up, I've got my 2 eggs that I have added just a pinch of salt and a pinch of pepper to. And this is 2 eggs that we'll be putting into this pan. And whatever pan that you use, it's going to determine the size of the tortilla that you buy or that you have, because you want the tortilla, as you'll see here in just a minute, we want the tortilla to go all the way to the edge of the pan here. So with what I've got here, the size tortillas that I have, they'll fit right to the edge. So we want the egg to kind of set up a little bit, and we're going to let that cook. And I've got my skillet set on a medium low right now, because I don't, like I say, I don't want to cook it really fast. I want it to set up, and I don't want the butter to burn, so we're going to cook it kind of slow for it to get set up. So my eggs are set up now, so I'm going to add a little bit of the cheese. I'm going to kind of sprinkle that around. What we want to have for this is just kind of give it a little bit of a coating under it, so when we put our tortilla on there, we've got something for it to adhere to. So I'm going to turn my skillet all the way down on low. I've got my tortilla that I'm going to place in here, and we're going to just give that a good press down so that it adheres to the skillet. And you can see here that my egg has released and it is just stuck to my tortilla now. So now we're going to do a little hack here. We're going to put a plate on the skillet here, and we'll turn it over, and our breakfast quesadilla releases, and then we can put it back in the skillet again so that we can brown the tortilla on the other side now. And now we're going to add, to one side of it, we're going to add our sausage that I've got here. I actually just ground up 2 of the sausage patties here, and I'm going to put that on one side of this. And then we're going to come back in with a little more cheese, because who doesn't like cheese, right? Now we can do the little hack with the plate again, or we can just use our spatula now, and we can just turn this over. So I'm just going to turn it over with the spatula, and I'm going to pull it to the center of the skillet. And we're going to let that brown. We're going to give this a little press down so that the cheese will melt to it and we get a nice brown toast to our tortilla. All right, let's give this a turn over, and we will toast the other side now. Give that a little press down there. As you can see, we've got a nice toast to our tortilla here, and we'll let the other side cook now. All right, I'm going to check it now to see how we're doing, and we might give it one more little turnover. right, I'm going to do my little hack here with the plate again so you can see how that works again. We're going to put the plate in the bottom of the skillet and we'll turn it over and it'll come out. And there we go. I'll see you back in just a minute and we'll give this a taste test. All right, we are here now and I have my breakfast quesadilla plated, and I've got a little bit of sour cream here that I'll be dipping it in, and I've got a little bit of peach mango salsa that I really love that I'll be dipping it in also. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this up into quarters. And all right, so now that we've got this cut up, let's give this a try and see what we've got here. I've got a little bit of my sour cream that I'm going to put on the bottom here. This is really good. I hope you'll try this recipe. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about it, and if you did make it, how it turned out for you. If you like this video, maybe you might want to check out one of these two over here. You might find something else you like. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye now. Delicious.